Hello everyone, my name is Rob Biddulph and I am a children's author and illustrator, and I'm delighted to be bringing you this very special, magical Christmas episode of Draw with Rob. Now then, I'm very excited to be working with Vodafone as part of the Light Up campaign, which is bringing some much needed festive cheer across the UK this Christmas. Now then, Light Up is so exciting. I mean, it's really super amazing actually. What they're going to do is they're going to take your Christmas card design, so your actual illustrations, and they're going to showcase them on a huge light wall. Now, I mean properly huge light wall. This is the size of a building, this thing. And what's even better is that for every unique eligible card that you guys submit, Vodafone UK Foundation is donating £1 to its charity partner Barnardo's to help support vulnerable children and young people. So you know what, even just by submitting your entry, you'll be raising money for a really great cause. So there you go, that's even more of a reason to take part, isn't it? Now, my little art class today will hopefully inspire you to draw a card, submit your entry, and get involved. So listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to draw 3 different festive characters. But remember, this is just the starting point for your imaginations. So I'll show you how to draw these characters, but you go ahead and draw whatever you want. Okay, you guys ready? Right, here goes. Hello everyone, and welcome to this very special, magical Christmas edition of Draw with Rob, with me, Rob Biddulph, and brought to you by Vodafone. Right then, so you can see this piece of paper in front of me. So what I am going to do, I'm going to show you how to draw 3 very simple festive characters, and hopefully these little characters are going to inspire you. They're going to inflame your imagination and get your creative juices flowing so that you can do your own Christmas card designs, and you can get them up on the light wall as part of Vodafone's Light Up campaign. Isn't that going to be super exciting? I'll tell you how you submit your drawings a little bit later on, but first let's get busy drawing, shall we? So what you're going to need is a piece of paper. You're going to need something to draw with, a pen or a pencil, something like that. You might want to colour in a bit later on, so maybe some coloured pencils would be handy. And just in case you've never seen any of these Draw with Rob videos before, this is how it works. Because lots of people don't feel very confident with their drawing, they don't think they're very good at drawing, I am here to give you a hand, because I say that everybody can draw. I mean, the main problem with drawing, I think, that people find that they have with drawing is that they don't know the order to do the drawing in. So what I do, I break each drawing down into little tiny, simple shapes. And I show you how to draw that shape. Then you can pause this video and you can copy exactly what I do. Start me up again, I'll draw a bit more, then you draw, then I draw, then you draw, then I draw, then you draw, and then at the end you'll end up with a drawing that you won't believe that you did. Trust me, it does work. Right, let's start then, shall we? So, the first festive character that we're going to draw starts off very, very simply. Okay, we are just going to draw a nice, straightforward rectangle right in the middle of our piece of paper. So just a tall, thin rectangle like that. Easy peasy, right? Then, on top of that rectangle, I want you to draw 2 diagonal lines to make a little triangle on top of the rectangle. It looks a bit like a pencil, doesn't it now? But it's not a pencil. Next, we're going to draw 2 more diagonal lines at the bottom, like that. See, I told you it was easy. The next thing to do is we are going to draw another triangle, but this time it's going to be upside down. And it's going to be right on top of the other triangle, like that, point to point. Guess what? We're going to do the same down here. But this triangle is the right way up. There we go. Can you guess what we're drawing? It's starting to get obvious, I think. I won't tell you quite yet. Let's see if we can draw a bit more first. Right, now I want you to draw 2 vertical lines on each side of the upside down triangle at the top. And then I want you to join them up with a zigzag line, like that. Guess what, we're going to do exactly the same but the other way up, down at the bottom here. So first of all we do 2 vertical lines coming down like that, and then we do our zigzag. Zig, zag, zig, zag, zig. There we go. You can all tell what this is now, can't you? That's right, it's a Christmas cracker. Now we want to turn this Christmas cracker into a little Christmassy character. Okay, so I'll show you how we do that. This is a good little trick. If you want to turn any drawing you do into a little character, all you need to do, you need to add a couple of little circles near the top of your drawing, like that, next to each other. Then we're going to draw 2 smaller circles that we'll colour in inside. And look, suddenly our Christmas cracker has eyes. And then if you add a tiny little smile underneath the eyes, look, a happy Christmas cracker. Shall I show you a little trick? If you want your character to look extra happy, just add a couple of eyebrows a long way, quite a long way above those eyes. And look, a really jolly little Christmas cracker. Okay, let's give our cracker some legs. Now, the way that I do legs on these characters is super easy. We're just going to draw a straight line down. Oh. Then we're just going to curve around very slightly at the end, like that, to make a little foot. We're going to do the same on this side here. Now, did you see there was a little bit of smudging that went on there with my drawing as I drew that leg? Sometimes I know it's very tempting to just screw up your drawing when something like that happens and throw it away and start again. But do you know what I say? I say keep on drawing. Because often those little things that go slightly wrong, they're the little bits that give your drawing special character. So I always keep my little mistakes in, because I don't know, none of us are perfect, are we? And so I think it's absolutely fine to have a few little smudges here and there. So don't worry about that if that happens to you. So there we go, our little Christmas cracker character has got 2 little legs. Let's give him or her 2 little arms. Right, the first arm I'm going to do coming out of the side here, going upwards, and the second arm I'm going to do going downwards, like that. So 2 little arms. The reason I've got one going up and one going down is because I want our little Christmas cracker to be waving at us. This is a very simple way of doing hands. What you do at the end of the arm, we're just going to draw a little circle that we colour in, like that, and coming out of the circle we're going to do 5 little fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see I've left a little bit of a bigger gap here between the thumb and the main finger, because that's what we've got on our hands, isn't it? And it just looks like a hand when you do that. We're going to do exactly the same over here. So first of all we draw the little circle at the end of the arm, and then because this arm is facing down we're going to do the thumb on this side, and then the 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. There's our little Christmas cracker character. Now it's the fun bit. You guys get to colour in your Christmas cracker, whatever colour you want and whatever patterns you want. So you could use stripes or dots or hearts or stars, whatever you want. Go for it. The rules are, there ain't no rules. So I'm going to go into super speed mode to colour in my little Christmas cracker. So I'm going to see you back here in about 30 seconds. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so there is my little finished Christmas cracker character. That was quick to draw, wasn't it? Nice and quick. You've seen I've given mine a little Christmas jumper pattern in the middle of mine there. Another little tip for you, I've added just a little bit of scribble around my cracker's feet. And that just looks like a little bit of shadow, so it really makes it look like your Christmas cracker character is standing on a surface. Right then, character number 1, done. I think it's time that we did another character. Here we go. New piece of paper. Okay, what else is Christmassy? Let me have a little think. What do you think? What is Christmas? What about something that you have on the Christmas dinner table? What about a little Christmas pudding character? I think that would be fun, and they're quite easy to do. Okay, we are going to start, okay, this time with a wavy line. Woo! Sort of curvy, wavy line. About that sort of length. Okay, it doesn't have to be an even curl, but just like a wibbly wobbly snake across the middle of your page. That's a fun start to a drawing, isn't it? Right, when you've done your wiggly worm, I want you to put your pen on the left hand end and I want you to curve up, and we're going to go up and over, and then we're going to join up with the other side in a nice curve shape, like that. So you're sort of drawing a big semicircle with a wibbly wobbly bottom, like that. Looks a bit like a jellyfish or something, doesn't it? Or maybe a sort of ghost. But it is a Christmas pudding, I promise you. Then what I want you to do, I want you to put your pen on the right hand side here, and we're going to draw another semicircle, upside down this time. And we're going to go all the way around and along the bottom. We're going to join up with the other side there. Ah, you're starting to see our Christmas pudding take shape now, aren't you? Okay, what do we put on top of the Christmas pudding? That's right, some holly. So this is how we draw holly. The first thing we do is we draw a little tiny circle right on the top of your pudding, right in the center, like that. Then I want you to draw a slightly smaller circle next to it, slightly higher, like that, and another one on the other side, like that. So you've got 3 small circles on top of your Christmas pudding. Then the next thing to do is just from in between this circle and this circle, I want you to draw a semicircle, then another semicircle, then another semicircle. So we've drawn 3 semicircles, and then lastly we're going to go up to a little point there. And then let's do a mirror image of that. So we're going to come back down, semicircle, semicircle, and then join up where we started. And look, a little holly leaf. Let's draw another one on this side. So we're going to start with a little semicircle, then 1, 2 more semicircles. Let's go up to our point, come back down from our point, semicircle, semicircle, join back up again. Lovely holly leaves. The finishing touch to our holly leaf is we're just going to draw a little line up the middle, and we're just going to stop before we get to the end. So a little line up the middle, and we just stop before we get to the end. And look at that, perfect holly on top of your Christmas pudding. Now, we need to wake up our little Christmas pudding character, don't we? Do you remember how I said we turn objects into living, breathing characters? That's right, we add a couple of eyes. So this is how we're going to do this on our Christmas pudding character. We're going to add 2 small circles towards the bottom of our Christmas pudding, because I just think it makes it look a bit cuter when the eyes are right at the bottom. So 2 circles like that, and then in the middle 2 smaller circles that we're going to colour in, like that. Look, our pudding is alive. Let's give them a little tiny smiley mouth again. Remember my eyebrow trick, so 1 eyebrow up here, 1 eyebrow there. Should we give this one some eyelashes this time? Why not? A few little lines coming off to the side, and a few little lines coming off to this side. I've done 4. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? And then next we need to add a couple of legs. So 1 line straight down, another line straight down, and then let's just add a couple of tiny feet by just curving the ends of our lines around, just like that. 2 little legs for our pudding. Arms. Okay, this time I'm going to do the arms slightly differently. I'm going to go out, come back in, and then I'm going to do a little circle at the end. And look, hands on hips. Out, in, circle. Look, our little character has got their hands on their hips. Okay, time to colour. Now, Christmas puddings. You can do them any colour you like, because we are just having fun here and going crazy, and we're adding a bit of Christmassy magic to our drawings. I think you can do your Christmas pudding any colour you like. Bright blue, why not? rainbow coloured stripes. It's totally up to you. You could go for the regular brown here with the green holly leaf and the red berries with a bit of white icing at the top, but it's totally and utterly up to you. We need to connect to the magic of Christmas, don't we? And anything goes when it's Christmas time. That's what I say. So I'm going to colour my one in now, and I'm going to see you back here in about 30 seconds because I'm going into super speed mode. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, so there's my little Christmas pudding character coloured in. Okay, I've added a little bit of shadow again around the feet. I like that trick, don't I? Now, Christmas puddings, they sort of have this sort of, what are they? They sort of have lots of fruit in them and things like that, don't they? They have this sort of bumpy texture. So we're going to add a little bit of texture to our drawing. Now, the reason I've done this after I've coloured is because sometimes it's easier to put black ink on top of a colour, because sometimes if you colour over the top of black ink, it can smudge the black everywhere. So I tend to do it this way round. So I'm just going to add just a few little tiny dots and circles here on my Christmas pudding, just to give it the suggestion of having a sort of bumpy, currenty texture. And you can see as I put these little dots on, the ink is just slightly bleeding out. So it's slightly spreading and blurring, isn't it? Which I think is quite a sort of magical effect. I really like it. And it works well for this Christmas pudding drawing. So there we go. Circles and dots covering our Christmas pudding. I'm leaving a bit of space around the eyes and the mouth because I don't want to do too much. And there we go, our little Christmas pudding character. These are easy peasy, aren't they, these drawings? So you could easily recreate these drawings, colour them in any colours you like and submit them for the light wall. Imagine seeing your drawing of a Christmas pudding beamed up onto this huge light wall. That would be super exciting. Right, we've got time for one more drawing. Shall we do one? Yes? Okay. Right, so I thought that we should draw a snowman. It would be rude not to draw a snowman, wouldn't it? Right, so these are nice and simple. So snowmen, I think basically they're made up of 3 circles mainly. That's what we're going to make our drawing out of. But there's a couple of other little shapes that we're going to need to add in along the way. But we are going to start with a circle towards the top of our page. So just draw a nice simple circle. Now it doesn't matter if it's not a perfect circle. Mine's not perfect at all. Remember what I said earlier, if it's not perfect, I think that's what adds a bit of character to our drawing, isn't it? Okay, now underneath that circle, before we draw the other 2 circles, I want you to draw just a little rectangle, not very big, just coming down from the middle of that top circle. Very slightly rounded corners I've given mine. And then behind that rectangle, going the other way, I want you to draw another rectangle. So this one is going to be going horizontally, and it's just sort of tucked behind that first rectangle, like that. And then at the bottom of that first rectangle, I want you just to add 4 or 5 little lines. Can you see what it is? It's a little scarf, isn't it, around our snowman's neck. Okay, time to draw another one of those circles that I was talking about. Now this one we're going to do a little bit bigger. This is going to be the middle of our snowman. There we go. The upper part of our snowman's body. Now, actually, if you wanted to make a little baby snowman, you could just leave your snowman shape there and then just add the face to that, because that's quite cute, isn't it? It's like a child snowman, a snow child, if you like. But I am going to make mine an adult snowman. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another 3rd circle, the biggest one of all, underneath, like that. And I'm just going to tuck it in behind the 2nd circle that we drew, because I want to make it look like that part of the body is on top of that part of the body. Because when you make a snowman in real life, that's what you do, isn't it? You make 3 big balls of snow, slightly different sizes, so small, medium and large, and you stack them on top of each other, and that's how you build your snowman. It's exactly the same way that we build our snowman drawing here. you see. There we go. Right, time to add some other little bits and pieces. First of all, let's add a little hat to our snowman, shall we? I might change pens for this bit. I want a slightly thinner pen. So I'm going to grab my other pen. And what I want you to do is just add a small line sort of coming out of each side of his head like that. And then once you've done that, I want you to join those lines up, but with a curved line that sort of follows the shape of the head, like that. Then I want you to add a semicircle on top of that, just like that. Now, a semicircle, you just don't quite join it in the corners, you leave a little tiny gap, like that. And because we're giving our snowman a bobble hat, I want you to add the bobble, but we're not just going to draw a straightforward circle. We're going to do a circle, but we're sort of going to add sort of zigzaggy lines and a few little liney bits here and there, just to make it look a bit fluffy, like that. Very simple way to draw a bobble hat. Okay, let's give our snowman a face, shall we? So the first thing to do is right in the middle of this circle at the top here, I want you to add a semicircle on its side, like that, right in the middle. Then coming from the bottom here, I want you to add a straight line that sort of comes down slightly diagonally, like that. And then from the top, I want you to add another straight line, but this time we're going to go towards the end of that one and we're going to join them up in a little point. And look, a little carroty nose, because that's what snowman's and snow ladies' noses are made of, isn't it? Eyes next. What are eyes made of? They're usually made of a couple of bits of coal, aren't they? So let's add a couple of bits of coal above our nose. One little dot, two little dots. Lovely. This is a very characterful snowman. We need to make our snowman nice and smiley. So instead of just drawing a nice smile like that, we are going to make our smile out of dots. So it's almost as if we found all these little pebbles near where we're building our snowman, and we've put them on the face in a semicircle to make a smile, like that. Let's add a few more little stones or little bits of coal. 3 more, I think, here to make some little buttons on his chest. Oh, this snowman's looking really good, isn't it? And the last thing we need to add to our snowman is a couple of arms. And these arms are going to be made of sticks. So let's put one stick here. We're going to do a little bit of straight line there. We're going to change direction, straight line there. Add a couple of other little branches at the end. So they look a bit like sort of fingers. And look, our snowman's waving to us. Let's do the other one. Coming out of here, heading down. Little branch. The good thing about doing branches is they don't need to be perfect. Branches aren't perfect. They sort of go off at all strange angles, don't they? So you can't really go wrong here. Let's add a couple of little bits at the end of this one too, to make it look like hands. And there we go. A very simple snowman drawing. So I think it's time that we did a little bit of colouring in. I'm going to do my magical fast colouring again because it's Christmas and that's when the magic happens. So, are you ready? You can do your snowman any colour you like. I mean, traditionally snow does tend to be white, but you know what? You go for it. You know, you want to get your picture up on the wall, don't you? On the light wall. The more colourful the better, that's what I say. I'm going to disappear now, go into super speed mode, and I'll see you back here in about 20 or 30 seconds, something like that. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go! And there we go. There is my finished snowman. Quite straightforward. I'm going to show you another little trick here to make the carrot look a bit more carroty. Once you've coloured it in, just add a few little tiny lines like that, and it makes it look a little bit more carroty, doesn't it? Now then, all of these characters, they would all make lovely designs for Christmas cards, wouldn't they? Don't you think? They make lovely designs for Christmas cards. Fantastic designs to enter into the brilliant Light Up campaign, the Vodafone Light Up campaign. Shall I tell you how you enter? Really simple. All you do is you get your grown-up to take a picture of your drawings, your lovely drawings, and then they need to post them on Twitter, on Facebook, or on Instagram, and they just need to tag their post with this hashtag. So connect the magic hashtag, and that automatically enters your drawing, submits your drawing, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will make an appearance on the light wall, the huge light wall, the size of a building, and you'll be part of the Vodafone Light Up campaign, and you will be contributing directly to the magic of Christmas. Isn't that super, super exciting? So get your grown-up to take your picture, tag it with the Connect the Magic hashtag, and you're away. Now, speaking of the magic of Christmas, you can only see my snowman at the moment. Would you like to see the other 2 drawings as well? Shall I see if I can magically make them appear next to the snowman? Let's see if I can make this work. Here we go. With the magic of Christmas. And there they are. All 3 drawings. Now remember, these drawings are just suggestions, so feel free to make up your own characters. Draw pictures of Father Christmas or holly leaves or anything you like. And whatever you draw, just take a picture of it, post it on Twitter, Facebook or Instagram with the hashtag ConnectTheMagic. And there you go, you could be part of the Vodafone Light Up campaign. So I hope that's been helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video and listening to me. All that remains is for me to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. And I'm going to see you again very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.